Hey y'all, welcome back to episode 10 of the Quantum Soul Evolution podcast. I'm your host Keisha, and this is your sacred space for soul activation, multidimensional remembrance, and quantum transformation. So today's episode is titled Becoming the Oracle, Trusting Your Inner Voice and Speaking Your Sacred Truth. And this episode is all about the power of reclaiming your voice, your truth, and your presence. It's for those of you who've done the healing, who've journeyed through the void, and are now standing on the edge of full self-expression and embodiment, but yet you're still holding back. You know that there's more of you that wants to come through. So this transmission is here to remind you that you are the oracle. Your voice is sacred and powerful, and the world needs to know what only you can speak. Whether you've struggled with self-doubt, feared being misunderstood, or been conditioned to believe that your truth is too much, we are going to be dissolving all of those distortions today and coming back to your raw and unfiltered channel. So now I want us to take a nice, slow, deep breath in, holding it at the top for a moment. And gently exhale through your mouth, allowing yourself to drop deeper into this moment. And just continue to allow yourself to anchor deeply as we move deeper into this transmission. Now I want to go over the key topics of today's episode. We are going to be discussing what it truly means to become the oracle in this lifetime. We're also going to talk about the ancestral, soul, and multidimensional roots of voice suppression. Then we're going to go into why self-expression often triggers fear, shame, or self-doubt. Also, we're going to go into the importance of trusting your intuitive channel and inner wisdom. Then we're going to discuss signs that your voice is carrying distortion and how you can clear it. We're also going to go over some of my favorite rituals for activating the throat chakra and stepping into your messenger role. And of course, we're going to have some journal prompts and shadow work questions. These are going to be about reclaiming your truth and power. And then finally, I'm going to give you guys some practical tools to embody the oracle within and speak from soul alignment. So first, I want to drop in with spirit today and see what message we have that wants to come through today. And this card that I'm going to pull is going to set the energetic tone of our conversation today, okay? And it's also going to tell us what energy and archetype is wanting to be present here with us today. So let's drop in and see. Today I'm using the Spirit of the Animal Oracle cards, one of my favorites. So let's drop in and see who's coming through today for this message. Who's coming through today? Oh, okay. Ooh, we have the Puffin coming through today with partnership. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. Wow, such a beautiful energy to come through today for this message. Okay, realize that you have a connection, you have a partnership with the divine source, God, the cosmic consciousness that you are a part of. Okay, so realize that you are not alone, and you also have soul family here that is ready to help uplift you, that's ready to show up and hear what you have to say. Okay, so know that you have a bigger purpose as to why you are here. Now I want to drop in with a reflection question to open up today's message. So today's question is, where have I been filtering or silencing my truth in order to feel safe, accepted, or in control? So I want you to sit with that question as we journey through today's episode. And remember, make sure you have your notes. Do not forget to do the work, okay? That's how you integrate and truly start to embody, is when you do the work, okay? So remember to journal, take some notes, write down what comes through, or take out your voice memo and speak out what comes through. So we're going to dive into what it means to become the oracle. Becoming the oracle is not about waiting for signs from outside. It's about recognizing that you are the source of divine insight, truth, and frequency. The oracle within you doesn't need credentials, validation, or permission. It already knows. But for many of us, that knowing has been buried underneath years of survival-based programming. Right? We used to be told, oh, don't be too loud, don't be strange, don't act weird. Don't say things that people aren't going to understand, right? But to become the oracle is not about seeking answers outside of you. It's about remembering that you are the answer. Realize that you hold a unique soul frequency that the world needs. Your voice isn't just sound. It's encoded light, truth, and medicine. And most of us have been conditioned to second guess, to tone down, or to hide our deeper knowing. But why? Because when you are powerful, you're not easily controlled. You're not easily manipulated. So, becoming the oracle really means that you are trusting your intuition over logic, that you're speaking even when your voice shakes, that you're honoring the downloads, the visions, and the nudges that you receive. And you're also choosing authenticity over acceptance. But know that your voice is not just your form of communication. It's your living transmission. Your voice holds light. It holds healing. It holds the blueprint for liberation. But not just for you, but for all of the people, all of the beings that you're meant to impact. So it's no coincidence that you are here right now, that you are a part of this, that you are here witnessing everything play out. Your soul knows exactly why it decided to be here. And it's time for you to allow your soul to move through you, to guide you, to teach you, to lead you. Lead with your soul and trust that you have been given a gift from the divine, from source, this intuition, this divine intelligence that you have within. This is something so ancient and so sacred. So for you to think that you should be dimming it, you should be ignoring it, that you should be downplaying your gifts and what you are being shown, it's time for you to reclaim your power and step back into your sovereignty. And that first starts with you reclaiming your truth, your power. So, I want you to think of your intuition being like a radio station that's broadcasting truth. But if your self-doubt is too loud, the signal starts to get fuzzy. So becoming the oracle means clearing the static. It means trusting your channel. And it means turning up the volume on your inner truth. Because you know you can feel it within. You know you get the messages. So I want you to ask yourself something. If I fully trusted my inner knowing, what would I allow myself to say, do, or create? If I fully trusted my inner knowing, what would I allow myself to say, do, or create? So really ask yourself this. If you really trusted your internal navigation system, your internal GPS, what would really want to come through you? What would you allow yourself to say, do, or create? So I have a journal prompt for you as well. I want you to ask yourself, what truth has been whispering inside of me, asking to be spoken, expressed, or embodied? And why have I been holding it back? What truth has been whispering inside of me, asking to be spoken, expressed, or embodied? And why have I been holding it back? So again, allow yourself to go deep, be vulnerable. This is for you. This is for your soul's evolution. This is for you to illuminate what has been hidden, what has been waiting to come through to be released, so that you can step more into your truth and your authenticity. And that's where your power truly lies. So now I want to talk about why we fear our own voice. So this fear is not personal, okay? This is an ancient fear that a lot of us actually carry. Many of us carry deep soul wounds that are actually connected to misuse or suppression of our voice. Okay, and this comes from past experiences, past life experiences, as well as some of the things that you may have experienced as a child, right? Like being told to be quiet, you're being too much, right? Children should be seen and not heard, right? So many of us carry these ancient wounds. One of the first wounds that some of you guys may be familiar with is the witch wound. Okay, and this was a wound where you were punished for spiritual wisdom, right? Any of these things about manifestation, consciousness, liberation, freedom, expansion, you back then would have been exiled. You would have been murdered. You would have been done all of these horrendous things too. Okay, humiliated, all of these things. And a lot of us carry this wound and we don't even realize some of these fears sometimes are so irrational, right? We don't know why. Like, why am I afraid of heights? Why am I afraid of flying on an airplane? Why am I afraid of being on open water? And you can't recall any experiences in your childhood, right? So think about that. These fears that are more irrational are coming from a past life wound, something that you came in to release in this incarnation. So one of the other wounds is called the exile wound. And this is when you were cast out for your authenticity. You were not able to be who you truly are. You had to pretend to be someone who you were not in order to survive. And if you were being who you truly are, you were exiled. You were taken out. Okay, another wound that is also coming through is the messenger wound. So this was where some of us were silenced for disrupting systems, right? Questioning all of the fugazi shit that was going on. Okay, if you thought it was okay to question the system, they got rid of you. They got rid of you. Okay, so realize that there were times that we were ridiculed, that we were punished, that we were abandoned for being too much or being too different, right? So these memories create subconscious blocks around self-expression in this life. It's almost like you're afraid to be who you truly are. You're afraid to reclaim your power. But yet there's a part of you deep within that knows you're meant to be in the light. You are meant to be seen. So realize when we silence ourselves to be safe or to be accepted or even to avoid conflict, when we do these things, we disconnect from our own power, right? Because now we're giving our power to external forces to please them, to make them feel comfortable, to feel accepted, to be loved. But the truth is, you are here to be unapologetically, authentically yourself. And that is what you are going to be loved for. That is what you are going to be remembered for. Being you, being unapologetically yourself. So I want to also say that even in this life, some of us have learned that being too honest or too loud or too much, it leads to punishment or being rejected. So then we start to filter, we start to shrink, right? We start to shapeshift into who we're not to make other people feel good. But here's the truth. Hiding your voice does not keep you safe. It keeps you small, okay? And you're not here to stay small. You're here to transmit. You're here to liberate. You're here to activate others through your self-expression. So this is the thing. We come in with these codes and these memories from past lives. And this is how some of the codes may manifest in your current life. You may have the fear of being seen or misunderstood. You may be dealing with overthinking and hesitating to post or to share your work or whatever it is that you are truly passionate about. You're having a hard time to create or really share your gifts with the world. You may have anxiety after expressing yourself. You start to overthink and get so anxious, like, oh my gosh, why did I say that? Should I have said that? What are they thinking? Or whatever it may be. Also, you may be playing small in spaces where you know that you're meant to lead. Another thing is filtering messages so that it's more digestible or acceptable for others, right? The fear of, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't say that. No, you should say whatever it is that is coming from your heart space. Okay, and one more thing that's coming through is over-explaining or downplaying or apologizing for your truth. But I want you to realize that you were never meant to stay hidden. Your voice has been created to activate others. Your voice shifts timelines. It liberates others. So realize that these survival strategies are now outdated. Your soul is ready to speak freely. So I want you to ask yourself this question. Whose judgment am I still fearing when I speak my truth? Whose approval am I still subconsciously chasing? Whose judgment am I still fearing when I speak my truth? And whose approval am I still subconsciously chasing? So I have a couple of shadow work prompts that I want you guys to write down and leave you with. You can come back to these before you go to bed, or you can do it first thing in the morning. So number 1, where did I first learn that my voice wasn't welcome or safe? Number 2, what do I believe will happen if I speak my full truth out loud without apology? And number 3, what version of me is still trying to stay invisible and why? So allow yourself to remember to go deep with these questions and just journal on what comes through. So now I want to talk about some tools and give you guys some rituals for activating your inner oracle. Okay, so number 1 is going to be throat chakra activation and sound toning. So for this, you're basically just going to sit in front of a mirror. You're going to place your hand on your throat, and you're just going to breathe deeply and hum. Okay? Just like that. And as you do this, I want you to visualize blue light expanding and swirling around your throat chakra, your Vishuddha center. And as you're doing this, I just want you to say this out loud. I give myself full permission to speak, to create, and to be heard. Period. So number 2 is oracle writing practice, and this is similar to automatic writing. So what I want you to do is basically just get a journal, get a notepad, notebook, whatever it is, and I want you to set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes. You can even do this longer if you are called to it. Then I want you to call in your higher self and ask your higher self this question. What truth wants to come through me today? Okay, what truth wants to come through me today? And calling your higher self, say, hey, please, higher self, come guide me, lead me through this, speak through me and to me. What truth wants to come through me today? And just allow your pen to flow without editing it or analyzing what's going on. What you hear in your mind real time, write it out. Don't worry about spelling anything, just allow it to flow. Okay, and just focus on breathing. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth and just allow it to flow. Okay, this is what builds your intuitive muscles and also your voice clarity. You start to hear your higher self clear as day. Okay, so try that. So definitely try that. That's one of my favorite things to do. Then number 3 is going to be mirror work and truth affirmations. So again, you can stand in front of a mirror, but I want you to look into your eyes and I want you to speak truth affirmations. So some of the ones that you can say are, my truth is sacred. I trust what I know. I am safe to be fully expressed. I am the oracle. My voice activates timelines. I speak from alignment with source. Okay, and just allow any emotions that want to come through. Witness them with compassion. Okay, you got to feel it in order to heal it. And I know sometimes when you may say these things and you're looking at yourself, you are going to feel things. So again, allow what wants to come through. It's meant to come through. This is how you purge. And again, you got to feel it in order to heal it. Okay, so number 4 is going to be speak your downloads, okay? Even if it is just to yourself. I want you to record voice memos of your intuitive hits, okay? Ideas, visions that you have, okay? And just speak them out loud. What is coming through? Close your eyes and just speak with what you see, what you are hearing, what you are feeling. Okay, realize that your voice carries your frequency of remembrance. So this is why you need to hear your voice. You need to listen to yourself. Okay, this is why I believe affirmations work amazing when you do record your own voice first, starting with that, hearing yourself, or you can start with hearing, someone else first. And once you get really comfortable, you can start listening to your own voice. It's very powerful. So realize that the more you speak it, the stronger the current becomes. You're able to start to really embody these energies. It's going to start to feel natural to you. Okay, and this is going to build resonance, it's going to build trust, and it's also going to bring clarity in your tone and your energetic signature. So everything is just going to make sense. You're just going to start to know. You don't know how you know. You don't even need to know how you know. You just have to trust and believe that you know what you know. Okay. So then last but not least is number 5, and this is movement and sound activation. So light language or free expression channeling. So basically I want you to set a nice sacred space. I want you to close your eyes and allow your body and voice just to move freely. You can listen to frequencies, you can listen to like soft music. I would say nothing really with words when you're doing this. I want you to really be present. So listen to something like chill hop, whatever vibe you want to catch that just sounds powerful, even if it's just sounds of like water or whatever it may be. But again, just close your eyes and just allow your body to move. Allow what wants to come out, speak, dance, sing, whatever it is, let it out. Okay? And don't judge what comes through. Just feel it. Trust it. And just allow it to shape you. You're safe. Know that you are safe. And remember to move your body intuitively. Let the sound flow from your voice. It could either be humming, it could be singing, it could be light language, it could be mantras. It could be whatever wants to come through. You may even end up crying, okay? Whatever it is, just allow yourself to do it, because this clears stagnation and it allows your vessel to be a clear transmitter for high vibrational frequencies, for downloads, for transmissions. Okay, your voice is here to liberate yourself as well as others. So I have a bonus reflection question for you today. I want you to ask yourself, where in my life have I been waiting for permission to express my truth? And how can I give that permission to myself today? Where in my life have I been waiting for permission to express my truth? And how can I give that permission to myself today? So I want to leave you guys with the affirmation today to close out this beautiful episode of Becoming the Oracle. So today's affirmation is, I am the Oracle. My voice is a vessel of truth, healing, and divine light. I speak with power, love, and trust. I am safe to be seen, heard, and fully expressed. Period. So I have some limited time services, guys, to help activate your soul. So currently on my website, I have custom quantum light language activations. And the purpose of this is to help clear your throat blockages and also unlock your multidimensional self-expression. This can help activate your light language, your voice, your true voice starts to come through. It could just blast your throat chakra open. You can wake up the next day and you can see quantum shifts. This is quantum technology. The next thing that I have is personalized soul transmission and activations, and these are direct channelings from your higher self, your spirit team, and it's to help support your voice, your purpose activation, and to help you quantum shift. Okay, I also have Akashic Soul readings available, and this is to help you remember the lifetimes and the gifts where you've led, where you've spoken, and where you've healed before. This is going to help to reawaken them now for you to utilize them in this lifetime. You have gifts that you have already mastered in other lifetimes, so it's all about rebringing them through and remembering them, activating them and remembering them, okay? It's not something that you have to actually learn. You're going to start to just know. again, that's why, again, it's so important for you to allow yourself to become the oracle. And one of the other limited time services that I have is my confidence boosting channeled reading. So the purpose of this is to basically give you a voice of clarity and fire from your spirit guides and your higher self to help you trust your truth and stand more powerfully into your light. Okay, so please feel free to DM me or check the show notes to book one of these potent soul offerings that I have while they are open and available, okay? I also want to remind you guys that if there's anyone out here who's ready to go deeper into full spectrum expansion and divine leadership, we are doing pre-enrollment right now for my 30-day frequency leap program called the Golden Era. So this is my 30-day sacred frequency leap for legacy souls, okay? It is officially open for pre-enrollment. And what this is it's a sacred vortex for my visionaries, my soul leaders, and my divine disruptors that are ready to embody their most magnetic, expressed, and powerful selves. So you don't have to wait to be chosen. Realize that you are already the chosen one. So if you are called to it, pre-order through my website under the Quantum Soul Evolution section. We only have 11 spots left. So realize that your legacy is a frequency, okay, that you are meant to embody and align with everything, with all of your abundance, with your birthright. So be sure to click the link in the show notes to secure your spot before the doors officially open. And again, I'll give you guys updates as they arise, but I'm so excited about this. The plans are to launch it before the end of the year, possibly August, September, but pre-enrollment starts now because I am ready to start to calibrate the people who are meant to be in this sacred container with me. So if this transmission activated something within you, I want you to share it. I want you to tag me. I want you to leave a review and let the ripple flow, okay? You are no longer here to play small. You are here to lead with your frequency. You are the oracle. You are the transmission. And realize that this is just the beginning. So I really hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, afternoon, or night, or whenever you come across this quantum soul alignment. Bye.